Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene in Abyss of a Dark Crusade, Season 2. On this fine evening, we set the scene within one of the many Rochi households, based within and on the borders of Odessan territory. Alongside Flavio. Flavio Umberto Giovanni, who has been assigned to Odessa on rather short notice, I think would be fair to say.
Yes. I didn't even have time to eat my spaghetti.
Just truly the most cardinal sins. Yes. Well, when your boss's boss assigns your boss to go somewhere, there you get assigned somewhere too. It's just kind of how things work out, really. Part of a life? I think so. Really, canine existence is just one shitty desk job. But yes, this is where we start this shitty desk job. Then one of the rather opulent, rather kind of or obscenely opulent and extravagant households of the Rochi family, where your sire has, not your sire, your mentor, who's definitely not your sire, has arranged for you to arrange for you to at least stay as a secondary haven, and also act as a meeting place where you two can kind of have private discussions amidst the guise of mortal crowds and festivities and balls and everything that the Rochis like to indulge in. So yes, Flavio is currently in a rather large, empty ballroom, hunting for spaghetti that is not currently there. How does this make him feel?
He's getting tired of all the tagine. Yes, it's good. He heard that it's good. He can't really eat, but he heard it's good.
Maybe he can drink from someone who ate it.
Yeah, maybe. But no, he is waiting. He was waiting with the skull of his sister, which means he's not really alone ever. And yeah, he's waiting for boss lady to give him a little bit of a peep talk, because currently it has been like, yeah, go there, install yourself. Well, he's been installing himself, making a business.
Yeah, about a minute after kind of just looking around the place, you can hear rather loud echoing footsteps from the corridor adjacent to this ballroom. Just based on how the sound reverberates in these sorts of spaces, you can hear it from quite a distance. As before long, your mentor enters the room and just rather casually approaches you. Not quite so flush with life as the overlay suggests, but in no less extravagant clothing.
And well, Flavio will give a courteous bow. After all, one has to respect his teacher, master.
My student, how are you finding this evening?
Adequate. The business is going as usual, and I am yet to inquire which of the guild master needs a proper meeting with persuasive friends in order for me to get a better foothold in the merchant world.
It's good to see that you've been keeping yourself busy. I do apologize for not not being available as I usually am.
Such is our life. To be intricate in many political affairs and studious subject.
Hmm. Yes, it was family business, actually. It was what the goddess assigned to this place to begin with.
Mm. Have you met with the merchant of bones?
And did I have? He is quite accommodating and seems quite well entrenched, more so than I would say his primogen is.
Mm. It has also been my impression.
Hmm. Well, I have discussed his little proposal that he sent to Ignazio. We've come to an agreement, and I believe we'll be having a domain quite soon.
He nods. Yes, the disposition of domain and well, political intricacy seems quite particular in this city.
Hmm. What have you found out in particular?
Well, that the power structure seems to be weakened, that all the clans, even if they are not at war, seems to be struggling after the plague that has struck the city. And from a few interactions that I had with the people more interested in the occult, there seems to be infernalists roaming into the city, which means that even if the election are drawing near us to decide who will become harpy or keeper of Elysium, the structure is still fragile. And the fact that not a lot of not a lot of people seems to have claimed domain unless they have political strength or have made themselves extremely useful tends to make me think that Canaanites of the cities are divided or more interested in their own affairs rather than the ones that touch the city.
Not conducive to a well-run domain, but I think quite the opportunity for both of us. actually had quite a lot of the city's inhabitants, or a disproportionately large amount, met their end within Riverside. I think if you're looking to add to your collection, it may be worth exploring there, see what you can find.
Hmm. I tried a little bit of exploration. I had some interest in the Abraham Fountain, but it seems just as our kind, the restless, seems to avoid the fountain with great care and energy, might I add.
I can't imagine why it looks positively harmless. Although I hear that Tremere have been showing quite the interest in it as well.
Mm. Wherever the Warlock tends to put their attention is always interesting to observe. But always at a safe distance.
Yes, preferably quite far away from the effects.
Mm. Yes, and of course of the Dimisi or the Asamite and Salubri, who, well, now they seems quiet, which I would say is not very reassuring.
It really is. Oh. The ones that are soft and loud when they turn quiet usually signals that something is coming, and when the ones that are meant to be quiet remain so, it usually means they know something we don't.
Mm. Is there anything that you would like me to do, pursue to push our agenda, even if I would be very interested to know outside of, well, the obvious resource, as you've pointed out on Riverside, to add to our collection and to our knowledge. I am curious as to why we have moved so quickly here.
That was due to a rather bold proposal made by one of the older members of our parent clan. Wanted to trade secrets. Quite quite powerful ones, family secrets. And apparently, my grandsire thought it was such a great idea so as to throw us both over the ocean and, well, to here. But I think there is an opportunity to be here. I don't think he is wrong. It was just a little bit unplanned for. She does sound a little bit terse when commenting on it.
Mm.
In fact, there is something I'm looking for. I heard the prince had quite the library before he died. Be interested in seeing if I could get a hold of that at some point.
Mm. I would, if I had to think, say that, well, someone must have gotten their hands on it.
Oh, no doubt the Primogen has his hands full of books that he did not earn or deserve. We'll see what becomes of them after the fact. She doesn't really state what the fact is, but 2 and 2.
I mean, right now he's thinking, oh, we're talking about murder here.
200 years too soon, guys. What's going on? A lot of usurper jokes right now.
So,
but oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
so I would guess then that we need to reinforce our power structure. Then, if we are indeed going to stay here for a while.
Mm. As you can see, I've already ingratiated myself with Orochis. And some friends from inside the clan will be helping us out in furthering our roots here.
Mm. Yes. Currently, I'm trying to get a hold of a noble family, even if it is a little bit, it is a little bit hard around around here. I do not yet trust us, but I am sure a little bit of persuasion can be done, or otherwise, money is always the best way. Nobles always need money, or people who can manage their own money,
Indeed.
since they are incapable of doing so.
And I think you might find yourself well at home here dealing with the Orochi family then. In fact, if you're already well ingrained with the merchant guilds, you'll probably find your fastest route to power within the Orochi family. They
Hmm.
more or less run the vast majority of the city's economy. Not really to anyone's pleasure, apart from their own, but it is what it is. I enjoy it.
Hmm. I will keep that information in mind then. Are there any particular research that you would like me to have a look into for what the city have to behold on the other side?
There are a couple of things I think you could look into. One fairly simple, the other a bit more complex. At first, I'd ask, like any enterprising individual, see what you can learn about the landscape of a local Shadowland, not just geographic but political. After all, this city's had a lot of deaths. I'm sure there's been a lot of renovations to Sudario as of late. As for the other, I have learned about a very dangerous member of our parent clan within the city. I have not been able to learn her proper name, other than her sobriquet of the Wishing Woman. Apparently a Cappadocian Methuselah outcast from her clan, or self-imposed, from how the stories go. It may be worth doing a bit of investigation on her, asking some of the local undead wildlife what they think of her. See if you can find something. Although I wouldn't push too hard, you don't want to get yourself discovered. She seems to have similar access to the secret, similar access to similar knowledge that we do, which I find interesting. I'd like to know how she got it.
Hmm. Very well. I will. I will do. I will do a little bit of research and on those two matters, and I will be sure to be extra careful on the subject of this woman.
I'm sure they'd be more than happy to give you as much information as they can if they learn that she was partly responsible for what killed them.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if you are aware, but from what I have been told, she aided in the engineering of this plague that came to this city. First time I've seen a plague wind on such a large scale, to be honest.
Hmm. Well, in a way, she is useful. Thanks to her, the shadow world has been reshaped and brought with even more
Hmm.
ghosts. Thus,
It
we
would
may be able to do something.
it would be interesting to know specifically how it altered the landscape of a Sidario. But more importantly, it gives us access to many easy servants and welcome allies.
Mm.
Although you may have competition in form of Lady Astor and soon to be the Merchant of Bones. He's handing us over quite a great deal of control, along with Lady Astor, in exchange for some of our secrets.
Hmm. Well, I sure do hope that for trading our secret, we will gain some of the secrets.
They will be supplying us with informations and servants for quite a few decades to come, at the very least.
Hmm.
In
He doesn't
addition
seem
to
very
effective
convinced.
In addition to effective control over the clan within the city, this will open itself up to more opportunities in the near future. Quite a few,
He
actually. She seems. She
he
seems.
raised he raised a fucking eyebrow. This is like so. Basically, what you're telling me is that in exchange for some of our trade secrets, they hand us over the political mastery of the clan in the city.
In the form of prestation, yes. And access to a trade secret that we do not possess ourselves, but one that is currently being arranged. I'm unsure if you have heard of the Lamia.
Ah, yes, our cousins, the
Quite far
guardians.
removed. And
Yes.
also in their particular arts. One is going to be assigned to the new Primogen soon.
Mm,
But don't go around telling everybody else I told you that.
mm, mm. Um. Oh, see, would I know the particular curse of a Lamian?
Roll
Or would I need to roll
me.
Cappadocian lore?
Roll me intelligence, Cappadocian, and lore, and because it's a bloodline, not the clan, roll me a diff 8.
Yep, because if I make it, that he would definitely tell. That seems like a very stupid idea. This dice roller numero uno. Uh, da, 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 da. Yeah, standard. I still have one success.
Yeah, one success is what you need. So you've heard that the Lamia, their particular weakness, or their particular uh
Yeah, they're fucking plague carrier.
yeah, their curse does not manifest in the form of ashen skin like their parent clan or even the Giovanni bloodline as of right now. But in the form of a poisonous bite that causes disease.
Mm.
As such, they're generally um, kept apart from the rest of polite society, although the
Yeah.
Cappadocians find use for their particular curse.
Hmm. So, forgive me for asking this question, but bringing a Lamian here, considering the particular characteristic, and considering that the last plague was quite spectacular, and that according to what you told me, that one of Grand Cappadocian have had a hand in it, although band member, wouldn't uh, wouldn't having the Lamian here attract perhaps unwanted attention when, well, bodies will start to pile up when it will need to feed?
Oh, don't worry. I shall make sure it is well contained. It is not here to guard, but to teach.
Hmm. And he nods, even if he's thinking, "You're not coming near me with those teeth." You're thinking of the Lamian.
You'll see a bit more of a profit yourself in the near future. Right
Hmm.
now, the wheels are still beginning to turn. Which actually does bring me on to another matter I should mention briefly. The domain of Constantinople will be holding a memorial service? Difficult to say. They are hosting an event. Or will be. An
Mhm.
auction of sorts where prestation will be the currency. I would suggest seeing if you can perhaps lend your services to any needy Canaanites in the area. Get yourself a head start. I know I have plenty.
What did you say the currency was?
Crustacean will be the currency for this auction in Constantinople.
What is it? Is it a special kind of money?
Crustacean is boons. So boons will be
Oh,
the currency for this auction.
oh. I will. I will see what I can do. And should we participate? Do we know? Do we know of any interesting items, or is it just now up to the surprise?
I do not know specifically what is going on auction, although I do know that Canaanites can donate items to the auctions themselves. Although I have heard rumors that they have made several attempts to raid Hagia Sophia's vaults, the ones owned by the Apollonius Trinity. I cannot say whether they have succeeded, although I would doubt it, considering that they were the constructs of free beings thousands of years their senior.
Hmm. Yes, that does seems a little bit unlikely. But I guess fools can dream, or the daring may actually be favored.
I can imagine they may have found a few scraps, and maybe they have made a few deals with those outside the city for additional items. I cannot say. They haven't put up a list as of yet, but hopefully we shall have something interesting to discuss and maybe even purchase in the near future. I know I always like a good auction. Shows you always shows you who's trying too hard.
Mm. True. True indeed. It does.
But yes, I think that is all. Just make yourself known, ingratiate yourself with Kain and Kainite alike. There is actually someone in the parent clan that may be worth talking to outside of the Merchant of Bones and Lady Astor.
And who might that be?
Rukiye. Quite an interesting woman. Haven't met her, but I have heard some things. It may be worth just arranging a meet with her, see what you can find out about her. Maybe she has some knowledge that may be of use to you.
Hmm. Very well. I will. I will inquire. I will inquire about it. And see what I can find about this woman.
Well then, I shall leave you to your own devices. It was good to meet with you again. This again, I apologize for not being able to see you sooner. I've neglected you. I am very sorry for that. But I hope you enjoyed the dance, if nothing else.
It was interesting. Then I thank you for this meeting, and we will leave you to seek our own resources in the time being.
I'll call upon you when I have settled and we can resume our sessions.
Very well. And
And
yeah,
I, my apologies. I keep calling you back. The prince has recognized you within the domain. Don't worry, I've seen to this already. It is why the sketch has not been banging down your door.
well, I would hope so. Otherwise, I would need to hide better, and the scourge would probably need more sleep if he could find any.
I hear he's a very busy man these nights.
All scourges are.
Very true. Well, this time I shall earnestly let you go about your business. Good evening, Flavio.
Good evening, mistress.
Yeah, she'll walk off and leave you to your own devices.
Yeah, my own devices.
Kelly just fine-tuning that mustache even further, just, getting just right. But yes, shall leave Flavio to his mustache twirling and brushing as we shall end the scene there. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you all next time.